This is the Arid Bilge System. And today I'm going to go and talk to you about the Dry-bilge machine and the history behind it. How the Arid Bilge System is able to go and take your bilge completely bone dry from your bow, your mid, and stern. And I want to also tell you a little bit about the history behind the company and behind the brand. How it originally started from a small company inside of a garage, and then it moved its way up into the big giant that it is today. We have them on all sorts of boats, on big mega yacht size vessels, mid-size vessels, or dinghy size vessels. And it just depends on the individual boater's needs. Depends on how many individual wet spots are being tracked throughout the whole vessel. And the Arid Bilge System will go ahead and accommodate all those individual nuances, making that boat a completely fresh experience. Versus that typical mature vessel smell, we go ahead and have that clean, odorless, free boating experience. That is luxury with an Arid Bilge System unit, where we go and have a hygienic, clean boating experience. Behind the functionality behind the system, we go ahead and bring the longevity back to your boat. When we're getting rid of that bilge water, you're automatically going to go and get rid of your rust, your corrosion, your interior damage, the mold. These things always come with that little bit of pesky, nasty bilge water that's sitting on the bottom of your bilge. In our system, we'll go ahead and give you that clean, fresh smell automatically forever on after, and giving you that boating experience just that much better. On this table, we offer anywhere from zones 1 to 3, and it's the product line from Series 1 and Series 2. The Series 1, we only do one individual intake zone. The Series 2, we do anywhere from zones 2 to up to 3. Typically, you'll go ahead and have these systems on more of a smaller boat, like a center console style size boat. The system goes up to 50 feet in distance back to the system's end. So one of these systems are going to go and get the backplate mounted somewhere open on the boat, somewhere hypothetically in your engine room, if you have an engine room on a smaller boat like that. And the tubes will go ahead and spider throughout your whole vessel. The tube actually looks like this. This tubing will spider throughout your whole vessel, and from your bow, mid, and stern, you lay one of these pickups at the lowest point where your fluid accumulates at, and it will all come back to the system's end. So we go ahead and get rid of that disgusting, unsightly bilge water. Yeah, we get that. You don't want to go and have that sort of stuff inside your bilge. On the functional point of view, this system actually will save you money. So this is the Arid Bilge Systems Series 4 model. The Series 4, we do anywhere from 4 up to 8 individual intake zones. As you can also see, we offer hour meters on here. When you have so many zones, you want to go and keep track of all this analytical data. It's always good to have more analytical data. So let's go ahead, let's visualize this. Imagine from zones 1 through 6, they're all collecting an even 100 hours. Let's say 100 hours for even, just to go and make this even. Zone number 7, you're collecting 1,000 hours, and zone number 8, you're collecting 100 hours. You might go like, hang on a second, why is the zone number 7, why is that collecting so much bilge water? Well, this becomes an excellent leak detector in that regard. So you would go back to that zone, and you would have the zone labeled from the system's end and the pickup's end. That's how this works, and we go ahead and keep that very organized. The other feature that we offer as well, in addition to the Arid Bilge Systems Series 4 and Series 9, we offer the eco-friendly oil separator, where the oil water separator separates the oil and the water 100%. So we go ahead and drain it first inside of the eco-friendly. The oil is lighter than water, so then the oil will sit up top of the water, whether it be fresh or salt water, and then it will go and gravity feed overboard from there. But we also offer, in addition to that, is the eco-friendly alarm system, where in case you have an emergency, let's say for your bow thruster, for example, and we have stories many times over from our customers, a bow thruster, a simple fitting might have exploded, and then the hydraulic fluid will go back down to the bilge. Well, with the Arid Bilge System, we'll easily and conveniently allow you to know that, hey, I got a major oil spill all of a sudden, and you wouldn't have known about that. So with the Arid Bilge System, we go ahead and back it up, goes to the eco-friendly, and then the alarm system will go ahead and indicate to your helm or wherever you want to go and have the alarm placed that you have major oil spill all of a sudden. So in the convenience of that, you go back to the Arid Bilge System that's going to alarm and letting you know that you have this problem. and you'll find a clean trail back to the source when you look at which zone is which, and you see that it has red hydraulic fluid in one of these intake tubes on the system's end, where it's also labeled at. So then you go back to that zone where you have it neatly labeled for zone number 7, as we said, where it's collecting that 1,000 hours on, and you go back to the system's end. It's nice to go and have some nice, neat analytical data, and you go ahead and log that into your captain's log. Maybe every month or every boating season, you go ahead and hit the reset button on your hour meters, and that will go ahead and restart the hours on the Arid Bilge System unit. This is the Arid Bilge System Series 9. We offer anywhere from zones 9 through 11, and the system goes up to 100 feet in distance and up to 21 gallons an hour. Also, again, it's very beautiful to go and see the hour meters. Imagine hypothetically you're collecting 100 hours from zones 1 through 8, we'll say, and then zone number 9 you're collecting 1,000 hours, and zone number 11 you're collecting another 100 hours. Then you go ahead, you'll have your labels written on top of the Arid Bilge system with the hour meters on it, and then you go and figure out which zone is which. And of course you go ahead and you label the individual zone on the side of the system's end. That's how it works in that regard. We just wanted to make it clean and glitzy. You want to go and be able, on a functional point of view, you want to see that this is conveniently labeled for you. Arid Bilge System unit setup, and we're recycling the fluid in the demonstration. So you're seeing real time the water's going back inside the boat. That's not supposed to happen. All right, but we're going to go ahead and show you in this demonstration how the Arid Bilge System unit is going to go in real time pick up that bilge fluid automatically. Now go ahead and take a look at this pickup in my hand right here. It's a little 2x3 piece of chlorine. We have little channels on the inside of it, and it's breathing real time. What's going on in this display right here, it's breathing real time, just lays down at the lowest point where your bilge water is accumulated at. I'm gonna put a little bit of downward pressure. All the time we get questions like, hey, is this pickup gonna go and fly somewhere around in my bilge? That's not the case. As I'll put a little bit of downward pressure like this, it's not going anywhere. What I'm trying to show is that's all you need to go and keep it locked into place. It needs this breathing room right here. If it was smushed down to the surface of your bilge, the system would not be able to breathe, and we're not going to be able to run. So if you go back to the display right over here, you'll see that the bilge compartments are all completely dry. That's all when it was real time talking to you. Let me go and show you really quickly. See, like right here for the tie wraps and the tube. This is a 3/16 diameter tubing right here, and the tubing is going behind the tie wraps in this picture right here on our booth backdrop, and that's actually what's pinning it down. If you see again in my hand, that's what I was trying to show you. How when you have a little bit of downward pressure, that's all you'll need to go and keep the system locked in place for all your individual zones from your bow, your mid and stern. The Arid Bilge system takes care of all that from one central location. Arid Bilge System is not a bilge pump. Typically, people go ahead and associate us with a bilge pump, but we're not that. Do not do that. Don't associate us with a bilge pump. We're a smart vacuum system. This technology is smart, and it has the ability of coming on every 3 hours, and it'll check the individual wet zones by resistance coming from the fluid. We're a smart technology where it's a low-profile pickup, where this pickup lays at the lowest points in your bilge compartment, and it won't stop vacuuming that fluid out until we sense a drawback of air. All the individual wet zones from your bow, mid, and stern, it all gets reflected into one sensitive system. Then we go ahead, dump it overboard, and you have the clean boating experience. First, the interior vessel smell. This doesn't like that sort of stuff. It smells. It causes odor. It causes mildew. These are just some nasty things where the Arid Bilge system will immediately easily get it out. Where the bilge pump is there for the emergency, we're there for the little bit that always comes in slowly but surely. But in this regard, the primary system, where the Arid Bilge system has a high flow capacity and the Arid Bilge system has a low flow. we become the primary because the little bit always comes in slowly but surely during the days, the weeks, the months, and the years. You're not going to always be on that boat all the time cleaning that out. Now, the problems do not occur the first week or the first month of taking ownership of the new boat. It occurs during the years when that sun is beating on that back deck, and then you're wondering, why do I have all these things not working all that well on the boat? And if you would have just had that Arid Bilge system on, it would make the boating experience that much easier. There's a lot to manage on that boat, a whole bunch. And the Arid Bilge system makes that way easier to go and maintain just by backing it up automatically. Like you had a little gremlin shop vac working, it's doing what it loves doing. That's what the Arid Bilge system is meant and designed for. We last so long because we're just pushing and pulling that fluid by air. There's no machine contact part with any sort of hazardous bilge water. If it was just a simple pump, then it would go bad and go frail in no time. We're pushing that fluid, whether it be acid, whether it be oil, some sort of harmful fluid, we're pushing it only by air. It's just being pushed back and forth with air movement. That's why it's so brilliant. That's why it lasts so long. And the Arid Bilge system name has been doing fantastic. All our customers absolutely love the system. When it's installed correctly, it does exactly what it does. We only sell a high quality capacity caliber system that really gets the job done. That's what the American-made product does. That's what the Arid Bilge system is. It's an American-made product that will get the job done for you.